What's going on, everyone? I'm Travis Brown with the Eagle. We are just about an hour before tip-off here at the NIT Finals, Madison Square Garden. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies here. Andrew, we'll just start off. You've been a part of this run all the way through the season, through NIT. How do you even describe this team and what they've been able to accomplish to get here?
Connectivity is what I'll use, and that's not just on the floor, but off the floor. I don't think you can discount that teams like one another. And it's funny, we had talked, and you had noticed early, that this team had some chemistry even early in the season. Well, that bond has become, I think, even stronger as this season has gone on. And look, winning helps down the stretch, but there's that confidence that comes with it. But I just think they're imposing their will now on teams out there on the floor. And it's because of the confidence of how they run the defense. And it's the confidence of after that defense gets a rebound, they were in transition, as evidenced in the win over Washington State. I just think there's been a whole lot of confidence that this team now knows they've grown into their roles and they're performing those roles beautifully.
Xavier, who they're going to play tonight, has a pretty big lineup, but big lineups haven't really been a problem for A&M. I mean, when you look back at Oregon, when you look back at even the way that they handled Tennessee for about three-quarters of the game, hasn't necessarily been something, even though A&M's shorter team they've struggled with. What do you kind of like about that matchup? What do you see in the two that you've been able to see in this game?
I think part of the reason why this season changed is the defensive rebounding, not the sheer number, but Buzz always talks about the defensive rebounding rate, and that means everybody has to rebound. It can't be just Henry Coleman III. We know how good a rebounder Tyrese Radford is, but when that guard gets a rebound, that allows them, now they have a license to go run, so everybody rebounds. And I think that rebounding by committee is why you don't always worry about the height. Get a body on somebody, get that rebound, contested. In a contested and in traffic kind of rebound, you can get out and run. I think we know they can score off turnovers. What we saw Tuesday is they were scoring off rebounds because they're running the floor. And that's the only reason why you want to play defense is because you can get the ball back and go play offense, right? That's really, really been key. I think that's been the turnaround, that they've rebounded better. Once they've done that, you've seen the wins come.
So you mentioned defense rebounding. I know that's one of them, but for you, keys to the game that ensures a title for A&M in the NIT?
I think you have to have the big three play like the big three. I think that's important. And then every win for Texas A&M so far this season, you cannot remove somebody's performance and they still win. I think this is a team that wins by all 11 contributing. I think that's where they are. But if their big three play like the big three, I think they put an awful lot of pressure. This defense has to be the identity for this team. That's first and foremost. But when you can get Coleman and Radford and Quentin Jackson going, and then those role players being able to chip in, that's the recipe for success.
Basketball, that's one thing. Let's get to the fun stuff real quick. Last question.
I know where it's going.
This is like a bowl game experience, even more so than the NCAA tournament for these guys, because they're not walking around Dayton, Ohio. These kids are getting. I pass Andre Gordon on 8th Street. It's fun. What's the most fun thing you've done so far since?
It's eating and meeting people. It's reconnecting with people from having been in the NBA, seeing some of my friends here in New York, whether it's with the NBA offices or some of the other places, connecting, and then definitely eating. If you go hungry in New York City, you ain't trying.
I've eaten so much pizza.
Fantastic.
I don't know if I can look at another pizza again, and then I see it, and I'm like, no, I want to eat.
I'm going to have another one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, we are about set to kick off and tip off this NIT final. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check theeagle.com for all the recaps and updates here from New York, and also Studio 12.
That's right.
Studio 12 for all of Andrew Monaco's great work. Listen to the game. Thanks, everyone. We'll talk to you later.